Good morning. This is Black Crow Walking, coming to you from Australia, and I'm bringing to you today A Course of Love by Mari Perron. We're up to chapter 20, Wholeheartedness, the Embrace, and verse 43 today. So please follow along with us. If you love these videos, give me a tick at the end of watching it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. To believe in your perfection and the equality of your gifts is peaceful because it releases you from trying to acquire that which you previously believed you were lacking. It releases you from judgment because you know that your brothers and sisters are also beings of perfection. When you begin to see them as such, what you will receive from them is far grander than anything you would before they have wished to take from them. I'll just read that bit again because I didn't quite get that. When you begin to see them as such, in other words, as perfect, what you will receive from them is far grander than anything you would before have wished to take from them. I guess that means appreciation rather than judgment. We're so quick to judge everybody, aren't we? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of our opinions about how life should be and begin to see everyone and everything as perfect in this moment. You know, we're all doing the best we can, and in this moment that's perfect. So what if you could see yourself as perfect? How beautiful would that be? You wouldn't have the pressure of trying to be anything but your authentic self. You'd stop all these shenanigans that you go on with about how to be the prettiest person or how to be, you know, the most intelligent or the strongest. Oh dear, our egos are so full of it, aren't they? So let's start seeing ourselves as perfect and be our authentic, playful, fun, happy selves. Your thinking will begin to change to reflect your recognition of reception. Reception and welcome are highly linked. You will find you are welcome to all the gifts you recognize in your brothers and sisters, just as you freely will offer yours to serve them. To serve rather than to use is an enormous change in thinking. Now, if you didn't hear anything else I said today, hear that. It's not about using other people. Why do we do that? Stop using other people and offer service. Service to them, serve them, and you will find yourself served. Receive their gifts that they so beautifully offer you instead of using and taking from them. To serve rather than to use is an enormous change in thinking, feeling, and acting. It will immediately make the world a kinder, gentler place. And it is only a beginning. I don't know if you can hear the kookaburras out there, but they're greeting the day. I'm going to read the next little bit because I'm enjoying listening to myself read about service. All right. To serve is different from your idea of service, however. That's interesting. Your ideas of service are bound to your ideas of charity. Your idea of charity is based on some having more and some having less. Thus, you must remain cognizant in this distinction between serving and service. It will be helpful if you keep in mind that the idea of to serve is being used to replace the idea of to use and is its opposite. And that's really important. It replaces the thought of taking with the thought of receiving. It implies that you are welcome to all the gifts of the universe and that they can be given through you to others as well. It implies willingness rather than resistance. To change your thinking and your feelings from expecting resistance to expecting willingness is another key change that will lead towards wholeheartedness. I may have to read this again tomorrow because this is full on. When you change your actions from those of resistance and use to those of being willing to serve and be served, it will assist not only you in your peacefulness, but will bring peacefulness to the world as well. That is full on. And I'd like to read a little bit of that again, and then we'll read it again tomorrow. To serve is different from your ideas of service. However, your ideas of service are bound to your ideas of charity. Your idea of charity is based on some having more and some having less. Thus, you must remain cognizant of this distinction between serving and service. It will be helpful if you keep in mind that the idea of to serve is being used to replace the idea of to use and is its opposite. It will be helpful if you keep in mind that the idea of to serve is being used to replace the idea of to use, and it is its opposite. It replaces the thought of taking what the thought of receive. It replaces the thought of taking with the thought of receiving. The difference between taking and receiving. Think about it. What are you taking? And who are you taking it from? And would you be willing to receive it rather than take it? I think it's, if we thought about our mums, and all that they do for us, the cooking, the cleaning, the caring, the driving us around. And now they're old and they don't want to do it anymore. And maybe it's time for them to receive. Maybe they know how to receive rather than take. Maybe their whole life has been giving to everyone around them as Mother Tiger. Just for today, and I'm not reading any more of this, I'm just staying on this subject. Just for today, stop taking and start receiving. Imagine if you could come at life like that. Imagine if you could receive off the waitress when she brings you your meal. Imagine if you could receive the pleasure of playing with your grandchildren. What if receiving was an absolute gift? And what if to serve is to see each person on an equal basis, not less than and not more than? Let's enjoy today exploring those thoughts, because sometimes we just approach life from a programmed and patterned way that got it all wrong. I love you, beloved. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.